All right. Thanks, Jeff, and thanks for everybody for coming out. Honor to be here, to be the coach at UNA, and like Jeff was saying, it's my second year here, and we got off, just starting. We got off to a good start last year. I thought we made a ton of improvements in the first year being Division I, and I'm gonna move these down just a bit because I can't. It's hard. Yeah, it's still not much better, so it's all right. Should have got a stool. Anyway, but yeah, it just tons of improvements in year one. I think probably one of the biggest things that I noticed as a coach with the team is from the start they bought into the program. They bought into the way we were going to do things here at UNA moving forward, and I was very impressed with the student athletes, accepting me as a coach. The transition can kind of be tough, and sometimes there's some hiccups along the way. And we had those, we had things that happened and didn't go as smooth as we had hoped for. But for the most part, we had very good buy-in from our student athletes, and like Jeff said, we had a successful year. So was excited about last year, and moving in this year, we bring in, it's kind of two different teams. We've got the men's team, which were the front end or the scoring positions, where we lost a lot of experience, a lot of leadership. So on the men's side, it's going to be interesting to see how our returners, if some of those guys will step up and be the leader moving forward. I think that's going to be key to our success as we move forward with the men's program. Is one of those, two of those, however many. You can do it by committee, but we need those returners to step up and become leaders in our program so that we can continue making the steps that we want to make with our program. On the women's side, we return pretty much our top 5 from last year. We got all 5 girls coming back. We have experience on the women's side. Last year, what really was the big thing that we needed to work on, and what I think that we have accomplished this in the recruiting season, is we've added a lot of depth to our roster. Okay, last year after our 4th girl, we dropped off a pretty significant amount. I don't foresee that being the case this fall, which is exciting. We've got some good girls coming in, and just talking about the freshman class as a whole, between the men and the women. We've got a lot of new faces coming in. They're very talented, but I think one of the biggest things that I've been most impressed with the freshmen coming in is their competitiveness. They're ready to get after it. They're excited to be here. They're excited to join the culture that we've created, and they're a competitive group. They've raced in some big races. They've had success, and so I foresee this freshman class, coming in and really challenging those upperclassmen, making sure that they're holding, those upperclassmen are going to have to hold themselves accountable, because they're going to have some talented freshmen chasing them in practice every day. So that's, team, we're excited about the fall, excited to get started with season, which leads us into our schedule. I think one of the more exciting things on the schedule would be we're hosting a home cross-country meet for the first time in a very long time here at UNA. It's going to be on September 7th, so hopefully everybody can come out. But it's just that September 7th meet is really important to us. Not only our cross-country program, but I think we've got a really good running community in the Shoals area, and I know that the running community is excited about it. It's just another opportunity for us to display our athletic department and our university, and because we've got teams coming from Florida, from Indiana, Memphis, or from Tennessee, Mississippi. So we've got teams from all over the region coming in. Probably a couple of the biggest ones you'll recognize. Mississippi State's supposed to come over with their women's team. Memphis is coming down with their men's and women's team. We got West Florida, used to be a GSC school, coming up. So we got some really good teams coming in. It's going to be a very competitive meet. We're excited about that. And then that'll kind of lead us into our first real, big challenge on the schedule, which is going to be Indiana State. And that's the site of the national championship meet this year. So it's kind of a preview meet for the national championship course. So, that's exciting. We'll run against some Power 5 schools. A lot of schools from, I think, Northern Arizona is coming in. Arkansas is bringing their women. Those are perennial top 5 teams, top 10 teams in the nation. And then conference, we go through season. We have a couple more meets, some local meets where we run it. UAB is hosting down in Montevallo, and then we're going to run at Florida State. But getting into conference, just kind of wrap up, we're going to be young, but the goal this year is we're focused on that conference meet. Everything leading up to that is hopefully, a test to make us better, and to see where we're at along the way. But, I really feel like both of these teams were much improved. Both the men and women are much improved from last year. And, we're going to go down, and the focus is to go down and challenge for at least, I've told them, we want to be in the top 4 consistently. That's for right now, from where we came from being 8th last year and 6th as a women's team. I have no doubt in my mind that we can be in that mix of the top 4, because there's kind of a gap in our conference. You've got 3 teams that are really good, and then you've got some other teams that are kind of battling out after that. We want to be ahead of everybody else in year 2. We want to be challenging those top teams in the conference. So this year we want to take that next step. We want to get in front of that whatever you want to call it, the second tier teams in the conference, whatever you want to say. We want to be in front of everybody else challenging for those top 3 spots. And I think we got the guys and girls to do that. So we just got to go out, focus on each and every day, and be the best that we can be. So before I leave, okay, we've got Kara and Kara Nix over here, Peyton Ewalt, representing the men's and women's teams. Both of them are juniors, both coming off very, very good seasons last year. I almost could say both 4.0 student athletes, but both of them are very good student athletes. I think Peyton made a first B in his life in the spring last year, and it kind of shook his life a little bit, but still, both very good academic students, represent our program in the highest way that we could ask. So very, very happy to work with them and have them leading our programs. And that's all I got. So appreciate everybody coming out.